Hello, you've made it to number 3. Thank you for sticking with it. I'm going to read this, number 3, through that Russian lens, and then we'll get to the chats, which is a really fun part. A knock at the door sent the dog into a frenzy and signaled UPS had arrived with a package. What did Bob order now? With Channel 9, our local public television station, broadcasting in the background, I carried the package into the house and set it on the floor. Oh, it's from Uncle John. I'd forgotten he was sending cameras. I dug right in. Naturally, I was hoping for a Leica or two, but when my mother's long-lost brother Bill's cameras arrived, the box contained nothing of the sort. First, there was a small Kodak folding camera. It's an Autographic A127, a cute little thing. Right away, I checked for a stylus. The photographer would pop a little door open on the camera back and use the stylus to inscribe notes directly onto the autographic film. When you see those old prints with the shaky handwritten notes across the bottom written directly on the image, those are images taken with an autographic camera and inscribed using the stylus. These autographics are almost always missing their stylus. To my surprise, the little bugger was intact. Produced in 1915, this camera didn't match Bill's style. Maybe a family member had given it to him. Maybe it had simply filtered into the pile of family photographica. At any rate, it's a fun little piece, and I was glad to have it. I set it aside. As PBS droned on in the background, a show about people finding out crazy stuff about their past through DNA testing, I exhumed another camera from beneath the packing material, a 35mm Argus A2B. This camera would fit a budding photographer who needed an affordable option that also sported a few handy features. Argus first began producing the A line of cameras in 1936, and the A2B followed in 1939. To use the camera, you would rotate the lens assembly, which would then pop out and extend away from the body. I believe Bill's A2B is post-war. It's missing the pieces that make up the extinction meter, but it's still very functional. I bet he used it a lot. It still had its leather case with strap. I decided I would definitely run a roll or two through it. The third thing appeared to be just a flash attachment in a box. When I opened the box, I laughed out loud. A Minox 3S, the quintessential mid-20th century's cliché spy camera, James Bond's camera of choice. Of course Bill would have this. A flash attachment, a light meter, and the 3S. I set about playing with the camera, sliding the body open and releasing the shutter. Oh crap, it doesn't work. The camera looks great, but the shutter won't fire. I messed with it until I heard something clunk. Once I broke the camera, I really broke it. The flash reflector was much more fun. Like a peacock spreading its feathers, I unfurled the reflector. It's unwieldy on this miniature camera. No self-respecting spy is going to actually use this thing. Film for all these cameras is still available, though you have to work to find 127 roll film and Minox cartridges. I have all these film sizes in my freezer. I decided to poke around online, find something fresh. I was toying with the Minox light meter, looking at film online, all this while being distracted by that show on PBS. It focused on the most interesting DNA revelations. Someone found out they were adopted. Someone else was reunited with somebody. Someone else is related to a murderer. How fun! I got a wild hair and ordered a test kit from 23andMe. Who knows? My dad sure had some crazy shit going on in his family.